friends, I'm Walker and welcome back to All About Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today I'm really excited to share with you the August release from Pahlish. This is the Spaceland collection. It is based on the Cowboy Bebop TV show, which I knew nothing about until today. Anyways, regardless of whether or not I know the TV show, I know that these polishes are gorgeous. So let's dive in and swatch them. Okay, first up we have Boogie Woogie Feng Shui, and this one is described as a soft seashell pink with a strong coppery rose glow. And this one I am going to need to build up in 3 coats. I think on this first coat you can really see that copper. It looks so shiny on the nails. And the formula is nice. It's a little bit, thinner and a little bit more opaque. I think probably just because it's such a soft color and it's a shimmer. But you are getting, a really even wash of color. There's no like running or pooling, which is really nice for a thinner polish. And it is drying with that copper glow kind of staring at you pretty brightly. On the second coat, I'm seeing a little bit more buildup of the baby pink, or the, what does she call it? Soft seashell pink. And I'm still seeing some copper in here, but I'm definitely getting a little bit more of that base, which is really nice. I do have some pretty stark visible nail lines, so I am going to come in for a 3rd coat and just see if we can get that base to deepen up a little bit more. And I do feel like on a 3rd coat, to be honest, I still have a little bit of visible nail line. I think that if you have shorter nails or maybe you do thicker coats, you might be fine with this. I had no problem with this in 3 coats. I had a little bit of visible nail line, but it was only kind of in direct light, and so I would definitely recommend wearing this in 3 coats. And so you're looking at 3 coats of Boogie Woogie Feng Shui. Up next is a delicious flaky polish. This is Waltz for Venus. This one is described as a soft mulberry cream packed with iridescent flakies. And it is definitely packed with flakies. That is a true story. On the first coat, you're getting just kind of a wash of that mulberry color, and then you do get a really hefty dose of those flakies. I did get, I think on my 2nd coat here, one pretty large flaky, and I just kind of had to fish it off because it was too distracting. So there are, some irregular sizes in here, which I think is pretty normal for a flaky polish, but I did get one really large one. You're gonna see it right here in the middle of my fingernail. Yep. I'm not sure if you can tell in the light, but there's one kind of right in the middle of my finger, my 2nd finger there, that is pretty large. On the 2nd coat, I did feel like I had a high dose of flakies, but I really wanted to kind of deepen that base coat, and I found that a 3rd coat really just built up kind of the layers that you could see on the nail, and it gave it so much more dimension. So I would definitely recommend wearing this one in 3 coats. You can definitely get away as far as opacity goes in 2 coats, but I think on 3, you just get such a depth of those flakes that it's worth it. Up next is Mad Pierrot, and I looked up how to say that, and so I don't know if that's how you say it in this television show, but that's what Google said, so we're gonna go with that. This one is described as a soft plum with a bright green to rose pink shifting glow, and I feel like that glow is so prevalent in this polish. It's absolutely gorgeous. On the first coat, it's a very similar formula to, the last shimmer that we looked at. It's a little bit, thin and a little bit translucent, which is normal, but you do get to build it up pretty well in 2 coats. I had a little bit of visible nail line, but that glow in this one, honestly, is so strong that I did not feel the need to do a 3rd coat. I feel like it's totally opaque. You're not really seeing that visible nail line in 2 coats. I think in my swatching photo, especially, you can see that. It dried down so beautiful. So this is 2 coats. Next up is Space Cowboy, and if you know me, you might already know that this one is my favorite because it's a beautiful blue polish. This one is described as a deep velvet blue with a glowing red, copper, green shifting multichrome. And I really I feel like this collection has some kind of unifying themes in it. There's a lot of this like coppery glowiness, and I think it just really, it reminds me of outer space. I don't know, it's like a glowing stars or something. They're really, really pretty. And this one, the copper just absolutely gleams off those nails. On the first coat, again, it's going to be kind of similar to the other shimmers that we've looked at, but this one I feel like builds up in opacity on that 2nd coat like nothing else. Just look at that velvet blue base. It gets so deep so quick, and this is a really nice, I would say this is a little bit blurple, right? Like the base is a little bit purple in terms of, the blue purple spectrum, but it's just a really, really gorgeous deep blue. I love this one. Alright, and now we have another flaky. This one is Ganymede Elegy, and this is described as a dark aqua cream packed with iridescent flakes. And this one is going to be a very similar formula to Waltz for Venus, which was the other flaky in this collection. The first coat is packed with flakes. It's a little bit translucent, but lots of flakes. And the translucency is just, you know, so that when we build it up, we can really actually see those flakes. And I don't know, I love the deep color of this. It's like looking into the ocean or like a pool or something. It's such a pretty aqua base. I really, really like it. On our second coat, again, we're going to get a little bit more of those flakies and a little bit deeper of a base. And again, I think if you wanted to, you could totally stop at 2 coats. I feel like it was opaque enough to wear, but I really wanted to see if I could build up those flakies, get a little bit more depth to this polish, and I felt like on a 3rd coat, it really gets us there. So you can see a little bit of visible nail line on 2 coats, which is why I don't know, I would suggest doing 3 coats, but if you're someone who's like, I'm never going to wear a 3-coat polish, this one is absolutely stunning on 2 coats as it is. I just think that it's worth it to get this depth of flakies that we're going to see here on 3 coats. This formula is really nice to apply. It's a little bit thicker than the shimmers in this collection, which is nice because it gives you a little bit more control, but it's not hard to apply. And because these are flakies, none of these are going to be hard to remove. You know, they're going to come right off with your regular nail polish remover, which is really nice. So we are looking at 3 coats here. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have Heavy Metal Queen, and this one is a flamingo coral with a soft aqua to rose pink shifting glow. And this one I love everything about. I wore this one first from this collection. It felt like the most summery to me, and I was swatching this in, you know, late July, early August, and I felt like this one was so summery. It's like a sunset on your nails. It's so beautiful. We have a very similar formula here to the other shimmers. You know, it's a little bit thin because you can really see that shimmer in here. This one I actually feel like on 2 coats gets all the way to opacity for me, and I did wear this for several days actually and really had no issues with opacity. It absolutely felt, you know, opaque when I was wearing it in 2 coats. The gold shimmer or the rose pink shifting glow in here is super, super vibrant. You really see it on the nails, and it just glows in every light. So you're looking at 2 coats of Heavy Metal Queen. All right, let's talk about some favorites. I have to talk about the one that I'm wearing because I'm really bad at wearing something in a video when I'm talking about the polish that I'm wearing. Does that make sense? I'm really bad at it. So this one is Heavy Metal Queen, and it's this really pretty kind of corally, pinky coral with this really strong gold shimmer, and it is like wearing a sunset on your fingernails. It is so beautiful. I'm really loving it. Okay, and if Heavy Metal Queen is like a crisp golden sunset, then I would say Space Cowboy is like an absolutely gorgeous twilight dusk. It's so blue. The copper shimmer in here is absolutely stunning. I love this one. And I feel like I have to give an honorable mention to the 2 flakies in this collection because I think that they might be the first 2 kind of true flakies in this style formula that I've ever owned. I know I'm like an embarrassment to people who love nail polish everywhere, but I hope that you'll forgive me. But I was really impressed by these, especially this blue one. It looked like I was staring into like the depths of the ocean. There's just so many layers. The flakies add so much dimension. I was really, really impressed. So polish, way to go. Very impressed. Awesome. Let me know down below which of these was your favorite, and let me know which flaky polish was your first flaky polish because I would love to know if you still remember. These launch on August 11th, and the way that Pahlish usually does their launches is they're on pre-order for a week, and then they go to regular Sunday restocks after that. So they'll launch on August 11th, they'll be available for pre-order for $11 each, and then they'll go to regular restocks after that. Thanks so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.